Decision number 3 is to be single. People are fascinated as of this day when, they get personal with me and they ask me about relationship. I'm like, yo, I'm single. And they're like, yo, really? What do you mean by that? Yeah, because I realized that I was wasting time on relationship because I was broke. I wasn't having time. I needed more time to study. The little money that I made, I needed to use that to buy more books, use that to buy more internet data to be able to watch videos, study, use that to pay for my examinations and various other things, use that to pay for books and all that. And here I was in a relationship and, taking resources. Sometimes you can stay on the phone for a long time talking about things that doesn't even add any value. So I sat down one day and I'm like, yo, maybe let's draw the line. I don't think this is for me. I need to focus. I need to pay attention. I need to really focus on myself to become successful. And so I decided to be single. That is the decision that I made, to be single. And like I said earlier, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the benefits of that. Because when I made that decision, now I had more time to myself. Now I could focus a lot. There's no emotional trauma because you know that thing that you go in where you are in a relationship, right? And then maybe there's a time you call your girlfriend or you call your boyfriend and there is call waiting, or you call them and you can't even get them, and your emotions are just babbling and you cannot do anything. And then when they call back, you are like, oh, where were you? I've been calling you. That emotional trauma was out. Now I could spend that emotions on my books, to study, to write articles, to write my manuscript, so that I can achieve my goal of becoming a world-class educator one day. That is the decision I made, to be single. Now, I'm not preaching this to everybody because our paths are different. You've heard me saying this every time. What worked for me may not work for you. But sit down and find out, what is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to change? What is it that you want to have? But that was the third decision that I made, to be single. Now, the fourth decision is a decision that I'm yet to make. And that is the decision about who to marry. This is an important decision because your partner will raise you up or bring you down. The person you marry will make you or break you. The person you marry is not just because the person is beautiful or handsome or whatever the heck, but the person you marry is going to influence everything in your life. And so that is the fourth decision that I'm yet to make. That is who to marry. Yes, I'm going to marry, definitely, because I want to have family, because I want to have my children, because I want to be able to take care of my girls, because I want to play a guitar for my wife and my children. I want to have my family. I want to take care of my family. Beyond everything else that I do, I want to have a family. But if that fourth decision as to who to marry is where I am now. Now, it is not something that I'm under pressure to do or to make. Because one of the things that is there is that, sometimes people become pressured to marry. And so they are like, oh, my brother has married. My younger brother has married. My this has married. All my friends are married. I'm still single. Then that becomes a headache for them. Listen to me. We are all on different paths. There is nothing like marry early or marry late. Everybody's path is different. One of the dumbest things I hear people say all the time is, oh, marry early so that you can take care of your children. Who came up with that crap anyway? Who told you it's about marrying early? If you are not financially stable, you've not even identified or found your life, You don't even have anything. You want to go and take someone's daughter, impregnate someone's daughter, and bring her into misery. You want to give birth to your children, and your children will go through the misery that you went through. It's not about marrying early or marrying late. Marriage is for mature people. Marriage is for people who are matured financially, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, physically. And when I get there, I'm going to be making that decision. But in my life, these are the 4 decisions that change everything in my life. And that is what I want to share with you today on the podcast. I believe that you can take some cue from the first 3, especially the decision to be born again. Because one of the things you need to understand is that there is a spiritual aspect of life. Things don't just happen. The things that you see around you are not just there. Things are controlled from the realms of the spirit. And you have to decide whether you are in God's camp or you're in the camp of the devil. And so spirituality is very important. And being conscious of the presence of the Holy Spirit and the influence of God's grace on your life is something that you cannot take for granted. So be mindful of the spiritual. And then you want to become successful, ask yourself, successful doing what? And find out what are the things that could stop me from achieving my goal. But all these, be patient. I've not reached the goal of being a world-class educator yet. I'm still trotting. I'm still on the journey. Every day I'm working hard. Every day I'm excelling. Every day I'm adding more value to myself. I've not reached there yet to be a world-class educator, but I'm working hard because I know the things that I have to do to get there, and I know the things that I must avoid so that I can get there. When you do this and you put that in your mind and be patient with your life, but consistent on adding value every day and think long term and not the short term benefit, you will definitely become successful one day. Give yourself a decade for whatever it is that you want to become and continue to be consistent and work hard. I can guarantee you, you will become successful one day. Thanks for watching. Let me hear in the comment section your thoughts about these decisions, and let me know what decisions that you have made as an individual and the outcome of these decisions and other things that you would want us to share on the podcast. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.